Well, exactly. And I mean, if there's certain areas we're not allowed to look at and to question, even within the subculture of parapolitical research, then that begs the question: why? Why not? I mean, hold on. Yeah, we know that history has been distorted and fictionalized at every level. So that's going to apply to World War II and the Holocaust and Hitler. And Hitler's presented as the ultimate evil. And that in itself, it kind of makes you suspicious, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Anytime they prop up somebody as the ultimate evil, you're wondering, what's the game going on here? Who's making a profit off of this?
So it's like finding the right context. That's what I've been looking for, is a context in which you can question the Holocaust without it being specifically about the Holocaust. It's just about, let's look at history through this lens of questioning and just see where the cracks are. And if there's areas where we're absolutely not supposed to look, then you can be pretty sure that there must be some big cracks there, because that's the only way to stop us from seeing them, is to make it just too personally threatening. There's certain areas where if you go there, you risk undoing all the good work you've done until now. So that was kind of the gist of my question, if you've ever felt that, if you've just ever felt that there were areas as a researcher that it was better to stay away from.
Oh, well, yeah, that area of the Holocaust is slippery slope. Yeah, you're going to be branded something.
But do you find it frustrating? I mean, there's a part of you wants to go there just because you're not allowed to?
Oh, personally, I don't know if I've ever had a strong interest to really look into all that stuff, but I'm sure there's other examples. But I've never ran into that where I felt I was going to be ostracized because I'm looking into some specific area that might be verboten. I never got any flack about looking into all the Manson theories, that he might have been innocent or set up. That never registered on anybody's radar where I caught a lot of flack about it. I think that's when I hear comments about my book sometimes, that's one of the areas they praise, that somebody finally really looked into all those different theories and documented them. Nobody had ever documented them all in one book before, or even, looked at a lot of the conspiracy theories surrounding the Manson family before in any of the published books on Manson.
How about a book on UFOs, Adam? Isn't that on the cards? That was what got you into this in the first place?
Yeah, the lecture I was talking about before called it different things, but it's basically called were the early UFO contactees ritual magicians. I wrote that up in an essay which appeared in an anthology called Dark Lore about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I'd like to expand that, and actually I'd like to write a book somewhere down the road that talks about a lot of those ideas and my own experiences and the paranormal experiences and altered states of consciousness and different people I've known and some of their experiences, and put it all into a book, perhaps call it Untamed Dimensions. That's going to be down the road a few years, though.
So does that mean that you're going to be practicing ritual magic to try and contact the UFOs in the meantime? Do a little research?
I've already done that.
You're talking about your first experience or other experiences?
Yeah. I don't have a great desire these days to do any intentional... I never really have done any intentional sorcery or magic. I don't want to cross that abyss or whatever you want to call it and play with those energies because they can be unpredictable. I don't want to open doors I might not be able to close. So I've never really got into any actual practice of magic rituals. I thought I had enough success opening up those doors without intending to. I'd hate to see what happened if I actually tried and something went south on me.
Well, sure, yeah. It's like you say, adding the element of intention to things is very risky, but it's also kind of redundant in a sense, because life itself seems to be one long initiation ritual if we just pay attention. I'd
rather just try to focus and put out some positive energy and keep moving forward, and whatever happens, happens.
Well, on that note, I think I'll let you do whatever it is that you would be doing on Christmas Eve if you weren't doing this.
Yep, I'm not a real traditional guy, but
For our listeners at Stormy Weather, do you want to give us some websites that they can check out your work?
Yeah, if you go to www.adamgorightly.com, that's kind of like a portal. You can find all of my books there, or at least most of my books. What I'm saying basically is go to adamgorightly.com, which will take you to my blog, and through those two sites you can access all information on my books and podcasts and whatnot. Also on my blog I put up posts occasionally if I'm going to be lecturing somewhere, or if there's something special going on, a new book. Yeah, I'm doing a once-a-month podcast with Visigoth, and it's a live streaming thing we do over Liberatus Media, and it's called The Untamed Grassy Knoll with myself and Visigoth. The last Friday of the month at Liberatus Media from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Okay, well, we're getting beeped out now, so
Yep.
thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, thank you.